Take, for example, an 8-ounce chocolate candy bar. It contains the same number of calories that 25 carrots have. Did you realize that? But the candy bar is high in fat, low in fiber, whereas the carrots are high in fiber and low in fat. But how many of you could eat 25 carrots? Nobody. So you eat less to feel satisfied, and that's the goal. Can something low in fat, high in fiber, something that's heart healthy, be sweet and taste good? I'm here today to show you that that can happen. And that is if you focus on plant-based recipes that are devoid, I'm sorry, my mind is going blank here, that are devoid of refined sugars and refined flours. Our first recipe that I want to demonstrate, and my helper Michelle, is going to be Grandma's oatmeal raisin cookies. How many of you had a grandmother that would make oatmeal raisin cookies? Probably had a lot of eggs and milk and a lot of good sugar that really made it good. Well, we have a healthier alternative to Grandma's raisin cookies. And you have a recipe sheet in your bags, hopefully. The first ingredient is rolled oats, and you can't go wrong with rolled oats. Full of fiber and good nutrients. The second one is the flour, which will be your whole grain. And what I did, I used whole wheat berries that I ground in my blender to make my flour, but I know a lot of people are pressed for time, so you can go to the store and find whole grains like your spelt or your whole wheat pastry flour. They're all good. Then I mix that in with the oats. And then the next thing would be your flax seeds, which are very high in omega fatty acids, which is very good for heart health. And I always like to make my own stuff because the quality is better, the nutrients are more intact. So you just take your whole flax seeds and grind them up in a blender, and you have your flax meal. And then you just mix everything together. And then the next ingredient is applesauce. We use applesauce instead of fat in this recipe. Instead of using your oil, applesauce can be substituted at a ratio of 1:1. So I already have some apples prepared here. I'm going to put them in a blender. You can always buy unsweetened applesauce, but again, I like the freshest ingredients that I can get. And then I'm going to use pure maple syrup. This is grade B. Your grade B maple syrup has all of your nutrients still intact, so that's what you want to go for. Now put that in with the apples, with a little pure vanilla. Then we're going to blend it all up. Again, all heart-healthy ingredients. Now, if you didn't want to use the maple syrup and you wanted to use something with a lower glycemic index, you could substitute it with raw agave nectar. And then also I mentioned honey. And also there's a dry sweetener that you could use. There's a product called coconut crystals. It's nothing but pure coconut that's been dehydrated, and it's very sweet. And it also has a low glycemic index. Then we're going to add the raisins. Another high fiber food with nutrients. And then you just stir. I'm going to stir here. I wish you could smell this, but, oh, one thing I wanted to say too, instead of using the flaxseed, you could use almonds. Grind your almonds in a blender. And the reason why I chose flaxseed, I know some people have nut allergies. So there are 2 samples. I have one here that was made with almonds, and these in this pan are made with the flax. So you can try whichever one you're comfortable with. And then the last step is just to make your cookies. And just mash it with a fork and put it in the oven, 350 for about 12 minutes, and you're done. So you'll be the judge if something so healthy can be good and satisfy that sweet tooth. Now the last recipe that I wanted to demonstrate is the gourmet truffle recipe. Lost my husband. Oh, okay. Yeah. Now this one I really love because it is very filling and it's raw. And the more you stick to raw food, the more nutrients you're going to get out of that food. Because when we start to bake and do all kinds of things to our foods, we lose more nutrients. So this is a good raw recipe that is sweet and will satisfy. Okay, and this is real quick. So the only thing you need to do is take raw pecans, add pitted dates, a little vanilla until it becomes dough. This is real quick. All right. Okay, and once you're done, you're going to take the dough and just form a ball with it. I don't know if you can see this here. And then if you choose, you can roll it in carob powder, which is a good substitute, healthy substitute for chocolate. It's actually a bean, very high in nutrients, and then you can roll it in some coconut. And you stick it in the refrigerator. And I'm going to show you the finished product of both desserts. I don't know if you can see this or not, but there you have it. So we have some samples for you. If you're interested in more information, we have a sign-up sheet there. We are part of the Raleigh Seventh-day Adventist Health Ministries Council, and we put on a lot of health events and other cooking demonstrations like this for the community. Thank you very much.